What's up, guys? The Lazy Goldmaker here. We're continuing our look at Mists of Pandaria professions. Today we're tackling blacksmithing. So blacksmithing, one of my favorite professions in Wrath, Kara, and Cataclysm, and I think it's going to be the same thing in Mists of Pandaria. So you have a lot of the same types of recipes where you have a lot of them, a lot of different ones. Because there are a lot of item types to cover. You have weapons, you have armor, plate armor, and some item enhancements, enchants in terms of the belt buckle and stuff like that. If you look at the list of recipes that are tradable in Mists of Pandaria, just looking up all of them, it's 159. So not all of them are being added in the first patch. Obviously, because there's a bunch of PvP recipes that get updated by every patch, but overall that's a lot of items added throughout the expansion. So you can cover a lot of different buyers, so that's very nice. As for the items, obviously we have the belt buckle on the top here. This is the best in slot belt enchant. Everyone's going to want these. They are more expensive than in Cataclysm, in my opinion. Living Steel is very sought after material. It is essentially the daily cooldown transmute. Everyone's going to need them. So they are very, very going to be very highly sought after. They're going to sell fast. They're probably going to sell for more. Profit margins might not be that much higher, but they are going to sell for more than what the Ebon Steel belt buckles are doing. Now, outside of that, we do obviously have rare and epic gear. So for the epic gear, in the first patch, this is from the Claxi, the reputation in Dread Wastes, which means you need to have your blacksmith able to earn reputation with the Claxi. So you need to actually play a decent bit of Pandaria to get to unlock them and start working on the reputation. So that is going to limit it, but these recipes are going to be really nice for previous farming. I expect these are going to be quite good for several specs, and we're going to see people looking to buy them. Now, they also require Spirits of Harmony, 8 each. These are bind and pick up in the first patch of Mists of Pandaria, which means that if you want to go into crafting these, you also need to have a way of generating enough Spirits of Harmony. Now, anyone can farm them. If you're just using a Potion of Luck and killing enough mobs, you will be farming them. So it's possible you have to farm them or just live with the fact that you won't be able to craft as many of these as you want. So that is going to be a limiting factor. But we'll see how effectively you can farm Spirits of Harmony for whether or not you can actually keep all of these in stock. If you can't farm it too effectively, that's obviously going to drive profit margins up because there's going to be less competition, so that's also going to be pretty good. As far as rare gear goes, there's the Contender's gear is what we get in the first patch, which is plate PvP gear. This one just requires Ghost Iron, so it's really nice. You can craft all of these in the initial season, and then as we go, there's going to be more new recipes added. So in the next patch, we get the Balanced Trillium Ingot, which is a daily cooldown. And when you do that, you have a chance of learning the PvP set recipes for that patch, and then you have the same thing with the Lightning Steel Ingots in the Throne of Thunder patch. There's also some entry-level gear here, like rare items that are more PvE focused. These can also sell. According to this, it's itemized for plate tanks. Not everything is in the Wowhead database for Mists yet, so we're mostly looking at the retail database where the item stats are completely wrong. But these are interesting. The item names are correct at least. Of note is also the fact that we do have some crafted weapons. Once again, the recipes here are from the Claxi, but these are going to be very interesting for entry-level gearing. They only require 2 Spirits of Harmony, so they're easier to craft. So these can maybe be mass crafted, and if you're not mass farming Spirits of Harmony, this can be a good way of just spending your spirits as you get them, because you are going to get them from like dungeons or whatever, if this is a character you're playing. So the masterwork ones is in the next patch, but you have like the Ghost Forged Blade, the Ghost Shard. There are some weapons here that people are going to buy. Now, in the later patches, you have these daily cooldown materials: Lightning Steel Ingot and Balanced Trillium Ingot, which is used to craft epic gear. So this means that once we get to 5.1, 5.2, 5.4, then there are going to be opportunities to take advantage of blacksmith alts, essentially, like alt armies of blacksmiths are going to work for the Lightning Steel Ingot and for the Balanced Trillium Ingot eventually. So the Balanced Trillium Ingot is used for recipes that just require the Balanced Trillium Ingot, and the Lightning Steel Ingot is used in these weapons, which are essentially the blacksmithing weapons from TBC, just upgraded. There's 3 versions of each. They're quite good as well, from what I remember. Like, these are really quite good for the specs that might use them. So these are going to be a valuable usage of your daily cooldown for sure when we get to these patches. I don't know if this is going to make your blacksmithing actually viable as an alt army or something that's worth it, because it's quite expensive to level up. But it is interesting and something you need to be aware of. Like, this is going to be quite high value once you get there. The Lightning Steel one does require you to go to the Throne of Thunder zone. So by the time we're in Throne of Thunder, you should for sure be leveling your blacksmith to max level, so that you can take advantage of these recipes at least. The PvP armor is what I'm looking mostly forward to, like, as we go into the next couple of patches. The Crafted Dreadful, Crafted Malevolent gear. It's been an incredible moneymaker back in the day, so I'm looking really forward to that. And then we have the Contender set in the first patch as well. So that's been my favorite market with Blacksmith. If you're not farming Spirits of Harmony, this is going to be where you make your gold. If you can farm Spirits of Harmony and you farm Klaxi Rep, then yeah, you're going to be wanting crafting the weapons and the epic armors. So yeah, that's it for blacksmithing. I think blacksmithing is looking good, and I think it's going to be a very good gold making profession in Mists.